Hello, fourth graders. This is Mrs. Nelson here, and we are going to be working on our vocabulary for the week, the third week we have been doing wonders. So let's begin. All right. So we have the word flattened, frantically, muttered, gracious, stale, official, brainstorm, and original. So let's take a look at all of these words. You are going to have to pay attention because I am going to ask you questions later in Edulastic about this. So, flattened. So, an example of flattened, Jessie enjoyed rolling out the flattened dough. And if we look at it, the definition of flattened means to make flatter, more level, or smooth. So, you can make something, squash it down, skinnier, flatten, So, flattened. Our next word is frantically. Frantically means to act wildly, excited, because you're worried, or scared, or fearful, all of that. So, the dog was frantically digging up sand is an example of that. So, if we take a look at it, dog frantically trying to frantically find something. That means when you're panicked or scared, you start moving super fast. Okay, muttered. That means you're, if you look at it, Dad muttered as he read my paper. So if you look at that, it's like muttered means to speak in a low and unclear way. So say I was talking to somebody and you really don't want to have them hear you. You can be like, oh, that person's really go. So you know that they're talking, but you really can't understand what they're saying. And they're kind of talking in a very softer voice. Okay. We have gracious. Gracious, the example is Justin's mom is gracious and kind when his friend comes over. To be gracious means to show kindness and be courteous or polite. Have good manners is another way to say, you know, somebody is very gracious. They have good manners, they're polite, they're a good guest, all of those things. A lot of grace. So if you're not gracious, you're rude and you're mean and all of these things. But if you're gracious, you're usually very nice. Everybody wants to talk to you because you're kind and polite and all of those good things. All right. Stale. So if something is stale, it usually has no taste. And something can be called stale. To define it means something that can be called stale if it's old and not very fresh, usually all dried out, kind of tasteless. So all sorts of things. Bread usually gets stale. The cookies can get stale. Chips, if they're left out in the air, they become stale. They don't become crisp and fresh anymore. Okay, so stale. Official. So, to define official, that means to be properly approved or authorized, usually by somebody that's an official or that's in power, like a mayor can sign official documents. Anybody that's a professional can usually sign official documents. So, signing a contract will make it official, meaning it's final, it's everything. So, the example here is signing the contract will make the sale official. It'll finalize it. It'll be put into, everybody will know that it's yours. Okay? So, and brainstorm. When you brainstorm, you usually think as a group of people. So more than one person, two or more people have to come together to think. So, for example, the boys began to brainstorm ideas for the project. So that means just start spitting out ideas to each other. Okay? So, definition, to brainstorm means to solve a problem by having group members all contribute. That means to give ideas freely. So that is what brainstorm means. Is a whole bunch of people are thinking and they're just going back and forth and talking about their ideas. Alright, original. Original means the first one. It means to make or think of something new or different. It's usually the very first thing that's ever made. Okay? Or it's like none other. No other person has it. It's original. It's not duplicated. It's not the second. It looks like nothing else. So Maria's artwork was unique and original. Looked like nothing else. The first one, nobody else had copied her. Okay, and then we come back to flattened. Alright, so those are our words for the week, and you will be doing some activities with some of our vocabulary. Mix, match, that sort of stuff. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Also, if you are working on the questions and you don't remember what one of the definitions means, I would recommend back up this video and take a listen. Okay, that's on you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.